One thing that the world is ignoring is the crime and the violence that is being committed against men. We often associate vulnerability and weakness to women, and that is the reason why there are a large number of crime against women. But it is also the reason why the crime and the violence against men are not talked about much. Men are supposed to be strong, nothing can harm them. You need to control your emotions. It is only these thoughts that have led to the normalization of keeping quiet against the violence, abuse, crime committed against men. We need to understand that crime, violence, abuse is never gender specific, and hence the abuse being faced by men needs to be given equal importance and needs to be equally talked about freely, without any prejudice, without any preconceived notion of what men should be like.
Bizarre practice of witch hunting, which has actually become a misogynist trend in India. So for ages, it has been well depicted, documented and comprehended that witchcraft is mainly a feminine affair as it has been practiced by females since ages. For an instance, when the concept of witch was discussed between the people, they often think about an ugly woman wearing shabby and dirty clothes who can fly, who can disappear. Nowadays, it denotes of women who acquire supernatural powers and are indulged in evil practices which are women. Thus, in the name of witch hunting, people are actually torturing, ostracizing, banishing, raping, burning alive and even committing murder by falsely alleging the women of performing sorcery and black magic. This action reveals the dual faces of the society where on one hand they worship women as goddess and on the other hand they kill them considering as a witch. The reason behind this incident, I believe, is due to this patriarchal mindset, illiteracy, superstition and lack of healthcare. It is shocking to know that even in the 21st century when the world is discussing about science, reasons and India is aiming to reach greater heights in terms of economy, infrastructure, education and whatnot, people are still possessing beliefs on black magic and witch hunting. The idea of making laws and spreading awareness to secure the problem may seem very lucrative. But at the same time, it would take a longer time than necessary to ask people to drop their false beliefs which they have the utmost faith and have based their life on the same perspective. It is necessary to make people realize that faith is what we make it.
Hi everyone, this is Mitali. So we all know that this pandemic has taken a huge toll over our lives. And the worst consequence of this pandemic is nothing but the ravaging unemployment. The textile industry, which is the second largest, most populous industry after agriculture, is worstly hit due to this unemployment crisis. The retail businesses are either declaring themselves as bankrupt or liquefying their business, which is in turn affecting the livelihood of millions of artisans across India. The centre abolished the All India Handicrafts Board, which promotes and develops the handloom industry and provides employment to half of the population. So, it's high time that the central agencies should look forward and implement new schemes for the upliftment of such people who are migrating different countries due to such crisis, and not to focus about the world of marijuana or weed.
Dear society, welcome to my life. I am full of flaws, and yes, you are right. Just tell me why I am not supposed to have curly hairs and crooked tooth, and what's wrong with my body type, and why I have to be a specific size. Beyond my body features, I am too a living creature. By accepting myself, I am free from your claws. With pride, I am flaunting my flaws.
Hello everyone, my name is Maheshwari Mishra. I want to raise an issue of the society that has been constantly ignored. In my point of view, is the use of social media and how to handle it. Although it has been constantly discussed that the social media is a platform that should have been some censorship or some have some criteria for the use, but there is no concern and the actual step is not taken ever to actually how to manage a social media site and who has the exact access to it. The teenagers and the children who are in their early stages, they are accessing the sites and pages that the student what is the limit to the content they are accessing? There is no limit to the exact content. So I would like to raise the issue ki please maintain a platform where everyone has a proper access to proper sites rather than getting involved in every site and every page, which this leads to a lot of emotional vulnerability. So I lastly request that there should be some legalized concern towards the access of the social media platforms, not only in talks but in some legalized manner.
Hello everyone, today in this video I'll say a few things about what I feel is one of the most ignorant things in today's time, and I feel it's empathy for our fellow frontline workers. They are working hard for like 16, 18 hours, putting their lives, their families' lives on the line for us at the price of peanuts, and we aren't treating them right. I mean, you must be aware of all the cases coming up at several hospitals about how the attendants are treating the doctors, about how the people are treating the frontline warriors. I mean, it doesn't cost you much to be kind, guys. We are working so hard and it's all through. It's a stressful time. The entire country is going through it. The least you can do is be kind. And
hello viewers, so I'll be addressing about the quintessential engineer's problem. How engineering culture has reached the sky but still engineers are decaying. Sayings like after BTech you will be definitely awarded with job opportunities, or now they say that work from home during this pandemic is damn easy. This all are just myth. I must say, being an engineer is a boon and at the same time it's a bane. Now most importantly, blaming our superiors or senior authorities for unemployment or job opportunities is a sheer baseless attitude problem. So we must keep up with this challenging crisis. Now stop blaming people. This is a straight suggestion from an engineer.
Hi everyone, my name is Arpita, and in the next 1 minute I'm going to talk to you about an issue that is being underrated but has seen a drastic rise in its records ever since this lockdown has been imposed, and that is domestic violence. The WHO says that there has been a surge in the registration of domestic violence cases ever since this lockdown has been imposed. You see, in India, ever since this coronavirus pandemic has started, from the month of March to May, in those 2 months there were more than 1500 cases registered against domestic violence. And through Sakhi One Stop Center, just in the month of April, among all the cases registered, 89% of the cases were against domestic violence. You see, violence in any form against humanity or against women in any form, be it physical violence, be it mental harassment, or any sort of torture, is unacceptable. Women are facing so much. You see, this issue is not being highlighted and is being suppressed, but it is an important thing to talk about. Let's just join hands and stop violence against humanity so that the women who are in pain, who are being tortured, their voices are not buried in silence.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.